That was probably the darkest day of Long's life. He thought he had pulled it all over, but what they gave him was a whacking blow. Okay, maybe I shall give our protagonist a formal debut. This is Long Shouling, over 40, has a receded headline and lives in Shibadong Village. Shibadong is shrouded in the forests and almost inaccessible. Kind of like a sleepy backwater in the southwest China, so it's not surprising that the village is known by its impoverishment. Like how poor? They even got a certification from the state council. Don't ever dream of a hot shower there, because there was no electricity, no heater, and no water. 80% of young men went out the mountains for a living. The envelopes fly from the cities were the only glimmer of the families. You know what? Some villagers didn't recognize Xi Jinping because no television was available. A Chongqing girl followed her boyfriend to Shibadong. She broke up with him another morning. I can't even walk with my high heels. And what kind of toilet needs an umbrella? And Long Shouling's vacation was to make a change and steer the village to prosperity. How? The signboard of poverty could solicit millions of financial aid every year. Most of the money was poured into infrastructure upgrades. Didn't really work out for people's lives. Long and his work team went through the country's poverty alleviation policies and caught a keyword for Shibadong: targeted. If your house is more than one story, or you own a car, has assets in the town, works at government, the whole family lives in the city, and doesn't obey laws, sorry, then you are not Shibadong's targets. After applying, voting, and carefully checking, the work team finally met the 533 villagers out of 939 who acutely needed help. What's next? Villagers came to Long's door before he forged away. How much are you going to hand out to us? And you have no money, no project? What can you do? Someone patted Long Shouling on the back. The poverty alleviation in Shibadong depends on you. Me? All upon me? Long realized that these people took poverty as their fate. The most wanted is not money, but the desire to strive for a better life. What about poor government subsidies to form specialized companies? New problems here. 115 families apply for nearly 60 businesses. Their plans can hold an agricultural expo. And for the unaffected peasants, this is not to start a business but to pay on a lottery ticket. So the work team looked into every plan and then the related industry. They selected and revised pig farming, kiwi plantation, male embroidery, and other 4 featured plants. 3 years later, we will have kiwi fruits, and each of you can earn a profit up to 10,000 yuan every year in at least 3 decades. Local male embroidery was made into scarves, pillows, and iPad cases, being in great demand in both offline and online stores. 223 villagers have been lifted out of poverty this year. The average annual income per person has more than doubled. People working in the cities feel that it's time for their hometown to thrive. And this time, that Chongqing girl comes back and decides to stay. Hell, I kept my dolls my family could on 9,000 yuan in hand, but now I get nothing. Long, as the team leader, get the lowest rating from villagers. Long fails to hold back his tears. Inside his heart, rain fell in torrents. Yet there is a silver lining. The scene was caught on camera and was shown on the news broadcast. Chinese President Xi Jinping happened to watch the coverage. Long's work style is quite unique. The per capita income boosted from 1,668 yuan in 2013 to more than 10,000 yuan in 2017. And this year, 260,000 visitors explored this amazing village. Shibadong is now famous for its magnificent scenery, toothsome kiwi, and its targeted road to prosperity.
在大二乡租了土地，种下了1000亩的猕猴桃。
去年第一次挂果分红，将来这里就是18栋的摇钱树。